Hey, check this out. I'm back. I got some more downloads. This is pretty. Whoa. I need my righteous detectives, investigators, PD in my city, and the feds to document every word I'm about to say and get to the nitty and gritty. And I'm gonna send as much intel as I can spiritually to you if I get any extra details that I left out. But I think I'm gonna hit every detail because I just woke up from this download. All right, check this out. I'm gonna talk about hotels, an apartment, and then I remember there's something else I left out. But I think I'll get to that too. If I left it out, I'll download it again in another video. But there is a hotel where these cops, these dirty officials, these dirty cops, bro, they're so fucking corrupt. Human trafficking. They're probably doing it to kids, women, men, and that. I'm gonna tell you something, and you better fucking believe me. That dude that I posted on Facebook, that I blasted about him being a vampire, right? Well, I got downloads out, and I posted a video about Trump crying and whining, and then I those two videos I had to delete them because they already wanted me to go to a mental hospital again, dog. I got a download after that because they're like, oh, he's exposing too damn much. You know what I'm saying? He's making us look like a fool. Blah blah blah. And I was all fucked, so I had to take that shit down. But I'm a post one video. I'm sure the videos y'all still got copies of it, but I took it down so they could be like, fuck, or at least he took it down. All right, as long as he took it down, you know, blah blah blah. And I was upset in one of those videos too, you know, about, I ain't gonna lie, I was upset with y'all, like very disappointed. But now, 2, 3 days, 4 days later, a lot has happened. A lot has changed. I have a lot more peace. So that's a good thing. I know you're doing something right. I know I'm doing something right. I know, God, hey, man, hey, check this out, people. When I download that first video 2, 3 days ago, you're gonna laugh your ass off. Because I was making fun of Trump shit and you know, calling out China and Russia and, you know, bring it on. We're not scared, bro. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Bring it on. But if you think you could slow me down, take me out, you know, call all your little goons, bro, all your little connections, put them on a shit, your battleships, your Air Force, your submarines, all at once, and fucking just go right at me, bro. Just come to me. Not right at me, but just start coming my way. All at once. If you think, oh, that's the only way you're gonna think you're gonna win. Okay. Okay. But that video was funny. Hilarious. I have to post that one again. I have to. And I deleted the one before that. Cause I was like, fuck, everybody's getting angry, man, and everybody wants, you know, be courageous, king, you know, especially the girl that loves me, man. You got this. And I'm like, baby girl, of course I do, but there's levels to it. I can't move too fast because I got fucking enemies that need to be taken down in my city. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, man, now that I explained that part, let's go back to the subject, the download that I had. These crooked cops, bro. Oh, about that vampire dude, the one that looked like Charlie Brown. I think his last name was Brown. I went to elementary with him in Baker Middle School, and he would always come up to me, hey, I need your blood, man. I need your blood. And he'll grab my arm and oh, I need your blood. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought he was just playing weird, like just joking. Like, they didn't even take him serious. Just like Lucifer when I saw him, fucking John, when he said it was Lucifer, a solid rock. Come to find out, I'm thinking back and I was all, John used to talk to my mom and my stepdad over there where I used to live by Delmar. Where I was living at Delmar. And, or behind, you know where I used to live. That corner house. And I remember John, he had books, folders, and binders. Like big folders, and a fat binder. Like a black one. A black big 3-inch binder. And a folder. And he was holding it underneath his, and he was in his, all tatted up. I remember now. I was all, damn, John, I met you way back when I was in fucking middle school or early high school. Middle school for sure. If not, 9th grade, 10th grade. He was in my house talking to my parents, talking about, he was telling my mom and stepdad, well, everything's signed, so pretty soon, in the next few years or so, maybe sooner, hopefully, you and your husband will be traveling the world in fancy cars, fancy food, and you know, cruising on boats, cruises, and just traveling the world, you know, in a new house, and I was like, wow, this sounds interesting. World, what's going on here? So when he left, I look out the window and he had a passenger. There was like 2 extra dudes outside. He had an SUV, a red one. Of course, it's red. He's Satan. And I remember it was like a red SUV, a Jeep, I want to say, a red Jeep. At that time, it was the new ones that came out. And the passenger dude opened the back door so John could hop in like he was like a special dude, right? So the passenger dude closed the door behind John, and then he jumps in, and the driver hops in, and then they take off. And I told my mom, I said, who's this dude? And he kind of looked semi-professional. John tries to look professional, but he has tattoos. I want to say he might have even had his shirt tucked in, you know what I mean, with a belt. He might have. And I told my mom, I said, who's that? She was, oh no, just some guy. We're just signing some documents, some paperwork. And I said, well, I was like, okay. Didn't really think nothing of it. And then when I was walking down my room, back to my room, I was like, I guess my parents got something successfully lined up for the future. You know, for them. I was all like, good for them. I never been a hater, you know what I'm saying? But now that I look back, I'm like, fuck. They've been plotting on me since way back. Way back. Way back. Putting life insurance. My grandma forced me to sign it. She said, if you don't sign now, it's, man, dog, she threatened me the fuck up. She just said, sign here now. Sign it. You better fucking sign it. Sign it now. And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm signing. Sign it now. Just sign it. If anything happens to you, she said, if anything happens to you, you'll be, oh, she says, if anything happens to you by the age 25 or 18, I forgot, I was young when I signed it. You know, everything's going to be taken care of if you die. But if I die, everything will be, that's how she got me, bro. She was, something happens to me, you get this and you take care of me. And, you know, everything's taken care of. But if you die before me, I get to take care of everything. And she didn't tell me it was a life insurance fucking policy. She didn't tell me none of that shit. She didn't say, you know, I have 150 grand on your head, or 150 million on your fucking head. And then within years it goes up to 300 million, and then a billion, and then it goes up and up and up. I didn't know all that. I had no clue what the fuck I was signing. She just put the paperwork. She covered all the fucking. She just showed me the signature, and that's it. The signature and date, and that's it. And I felt like if I didn't sign it, bro, she's gonna grab it like she's grabbed knives before on me and fucking looked at me like she was gonna stab me. And same thing with fucking, dog. My grandma has pulled out knives on me 2 to 3 times already. And she just freezes like that. But evil eyes. Not my eyes can't do that like what she does, but her eyes are evil. And she'll just freeze there in the kitchen while I'm cooking. And I'm like, fuck, this bitch might just snap on me right now. 3 times. And the first time she did it, I went to jail because I defended myself. And I realized, I can't even defend myself. That's how fucked up my system is. The corrupt system is. They're going to say, no, she didn't do it. You're the one. You're the one. Oh, Lord. She's an old innocent lady, and you just hit an old innocent lady. Or you try to defend yourself from an old innocent lady that wouldn't even do no harm to you. Bitch, please. You don't know nothing about my grandma, dog. You don't know how evil that witch is. Or my warlock grandpa. Anyways, go back to the subject, man. I was, in my dream, in this download, I was at a hotel. And I'm going to talk. It's on the upper part. It was a 2-story hotel. It was like an off-white. Kind of like this color in my room. Maybe a little bit more yellow. Brownish gold with white in it. But like this color. An off-white. Not pitch white like this. It was like an off-white like that. And I want to say it had like a Mediterranean roof. Like the clays. Like that. And there was a stairway, right? There was the stairs to go up to the 2nd floor. And I saw plants. Like somebody was living there, I guess, for a long time. Because how are you going to have plants? You know what I'm saying? There was shelves, like a wood shelf of pots of plants next to their door and the window. And it was right there next to the stairway when you walk up. And I want to say when you walk up, it's on the left side. Not the right, where towards the freeway. Or the sun, it was towards the left. And I don't know if it's the same, the door next to that room, or a couple of doors, down, but I know it's in that direction. And in this room, there's a little chihuahua, like a little baby dog, ugly dog. To me, he looked ugly. And I think that's how they get girls to be like, oh, he's so cute. And it's a 2-bedroom. I saw 2 beds in there. Not 1, it was 2. And underneath this bed, I'm telling you everything I know first. Underneath this bed, there's a tarp. Like a body bag tarp. Thick material, like neon thick. Neon flossing string, that type of material. But that shit that could cut through metal, like that heavy duty tarp, body bag shit. And it's big. It's like the size of a queen. Like I saw a size like of a queen size. And it's in a square. The body bag was under the tarp was flat, and it was underneath the bed of the fucking hotel. And when I looked underneath the bed, it even had like wood plastic handles on it. Like every 2-3 feet. So the guys, the crooked cops could, put the body in it, wrap it up, throw it in the fucking car or the van or whatever, after they rape it, kill it, torture it. But I'm going to be honest with you too. They probably even throw the tarp whenever they drug them or when they're asleep, when they're in the middle of the sleep. They grab the tarp underneath the bed and cover them, you know what I'm saying? And then, so they won't fight. I was thinking those 2 things. It's got to be those 2 things. pin him down while this vampire dude is not in jail anymore. I know he's not. As soon as I exposed him, they said, fuck, we gotta get him out of jail now. Because we were gonna let him feed on the people we kill in jail. Because they kill people in jail here, dude. They kill them here, dog. When I was in jail, they killed like 1, 2, 3 people that I know of for sure. This black dude, all he wanted to do was eat. They wouldn't even fucking pop his door open to feed him. They would walk right past his door and he would always tell them, what the fuck, I want my food. And then they would laugh. Pobrecito, little black man, and everybody, dude, his family were upset when I found out that I got out. And his family were just pissed off about the community. The community did nothing about it, bro. Nothing. And I know the exact cop, the one with the fake leg, bro. Yeah, not the cop, but a correctional officer. He had a fake leg. A Mexican dude with black hair. He used to brag about fucking Barbie and shit back in the day. How Barbie's a slut and a whore and she sucked my cock and this and that. And I was like, damn. I mean, I know bitches are freaks. I mean, whatever, right? But he didn't give a fuck. He was bragging about that shit. That Barbie sucked my cock. That bitch is a whore. And yeah, just all kinds of shit. And he was an enemy of mine, but I would hear him talk. He would try to play both sides, all cool, but then he'll be an enemy, all cool, and he's a snake, dog. He was a snake ass dude. Well, he brought pizza one day, and they popped that dude's door open. Well, that dude saw the pizza, he ran and grabbed it in that. And then it was like they set him up, kind of, bro. Like it was like they knew he was gonna do that because he was starving. There was no food, and then they put pizza. Free world food in front of them on top of the officers fucking command center. You know, I could set a command center with the buttons and shit. And he ran, grabbed the food, and he started eating it as fast as he could before they tackled him. Well, they tackled him, guards came in, they started kneeing him, elbowing him, and they took him out, and then he never came back, bro. He died. They beat him to death. Well, anyways, I know that vampire dude is not in county now. After I blasted him, they wanted to put me in the mental hospital. Said I was crazy. Okay. Let me tell you something. In this apartment, they got him in there, dog. I didn't see him at first. It was empty. I saw a woman come lay down on the bed, tired as fuck. Another dude showed up. They were asleep, but I was awake, and I was kind of like, what are y'all doing laying next to me, like, on my leg and shit? The girl was laying on my leg. Some chick. Some fat chick. You know, she wasn't fat, but she was a thick chick. And she had they were both Mexicans. You know what I mean? The other dude was a Mexican dude with black hair. And then I guess she woke up and she was like, I gotta go. And I was like, well, I had my shirt off. You know, I had to get dressed too. And I was like, fuck, I need to go too. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Better get out of here before the owners show up, right? And I opened up the door and I was like, I don't want to leave no fingerprints or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I was wiping down the doorknob and all that. I grabbed my socks, put my shoes on. I finally found my shirt. And then I opened up the door and I finally saw that little chihuahua come out. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know there was a dog in here. Ugly fucking dog. So I walk out. That's when I saw the plants, the stairway, the color of the hotel. Man, dude. That hotel felt demonic too. Once I saw that fucking body bag underneath the bed, I said, nah, I need to get the fuck out of here, dog. This shit's where they fucking do. They murder people in this fucking room, dog. This is a body bag underneath this fucking bed. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I grabbed my shit and I said, no wonder they took off. You know, all random and shit. Well, anyways, I walk out and I'm going down the stairway and I see like some dude, you know, selling clothes. And it was a black couple, a black dude and a black lady. And I had my boxers there. And I was like, hey, dude. I said, hey, did you buy my boxers, bro? Because those are mine, actually. And I was looking for all these. I was trying to find my gray boxers. They were gray. I don't know why, but they were dark gray. With a black trim on it. And I was telling myself, I wonder if those are the boxers that they stole from me. And then they're trying, I don't know. It was just weird. Like, all these downloads always got weird shit going on. But I know it means something. These little details mean something. You know what I'm saying? But it's weird. All these downloads are fucking weird, dog. I always get weird ones. Sometimes they're not too weird. But this one was pretty weird. And it's nothing new. There's always something weird about it. Weird. And then I went back up the hotel, back to the room, because I was like, fuck, like, okay, nobody showed up, right? Everyone's acting normal, blah, 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 blah. So I went back up to the room. And when I went, I saw I don't know why, but like in my dreams, it happens like that. There's a reason why I couldn't leave, so I had to go back. I couldn't leave the perimeter. I had no car. I didn't have no... I was halfway dressed still. I was still missing clothes. I was like, I need to go back. I don't feel right. I don't know why I had to go. I just felt like I had to go back. And I'm glad I did, because when I did, I saw the vampire dude behind the door. That same exact guy that was locked up in the county jail was in that hotel, looking at me, ready to fucking attack me, bro. And there was another dude behind me. I didn't give a fuck about that fool. I cared about the vampire dude. You know what I'm saying? And I look at him and I was like, just, studying him. And he was just, all he saw was blood, bro. He didn't give a fuck about, he didn't care about, he just wanted blood. Blood. Eat blood, drink blood. He just wanted blood. And he's looking at me like I'm a fucking 5-star meal in a fucking 5-star fucking restaurant in fucking Manhattan and shit. His eyes opened up and I said, nah. You know how old I am? I'm in my full pound, nigga. And I started getting in God mode, and he was like, he pulls back, he blinks just like I am, and he starts getting scared. And he looks away. He ain't looking at me no more. He's staring the opposite way. And I said, yeah, nigga, I'll fuck you up. And I had a shank that I always carry with me. I had a shank, right, that I usually carry. You know what I'm saying? If I feel threatened, right? I had that shank with me. And I grabbed it. And I went up to him. And I said, nigga, I'm going to take you out, dog. You ain't going to fucking kill me, fool. I'm trapped in this room. I'm going to fucking kill you now, dog. I'm in God mode, motherfucker. So I went straight for his eye and his skull. And I knew in my heart that I couldn't penetrate it. I knew in my heart, because he's a vampire. He's just like the motherfuckers on that movie Blade. They got that strong bone, that chest you can't penetrate, right? So I'm hitting his head a couple times with a sharp ass shank. And I'm hitting it, and it's making dents and shanks, going about an inch, half inch in his head. And he's shocked because he's getting stabbed, right? And I said, fuck this. Off with his head. And I just did one fucking swipe, his head came off. And I said, oh shit, I got his head. Now I don't gotta worry about him, eating me up. But I'm not done yet. I want to know if he's a real vampire, right? I want to know. And when I cut his head off, I flipped it upside down and I put it on the dresser. And I don't know if the dude was behind me after that. I don't know if he was watching, witnessing it, or he was like fucking frozen that I had the balls to kill a fucking vampire. That he's never witnessed anybody kill. After that, I don't know what happened to the dude behind me. I was so focused on figuring out if this is a vampire, like I know it is. Like I fucking know it is. So I grabbed the fucking knife, right? This is the knife that I used to cut, my avocados with and shit, pineapples and fruits. But I grabbed the knife and because when I flipped his head, it had skin. You didn't see his bone. You didn't see meat. It looked like it's skin. It was still skin. I didn't see no meat, so I grabbed the knife and I'm opening it up like a watermelon. You know what I'm saying? You know how you cut a watermelon into, you know how you cut a watermelon, you cut it in half, right? But I stabbed it and I was, moving it like a watermelon. And I finally took the skin off and I peeled it. Sure enough, I saw clear gluey. It looked like mucus, like you could slime mucus with red vessels and veins. Just blood with just blood in it. No brain. He had absolutely no brain, bro. No brain. Just vessels and veins. No fucking brain, bro. No brain. And I knew right then and there it was a vampire. Case closed. Case closed. I knew Charlie Brown and his homeboys, that everybody in the city that looks just like Charlie Brown and that dude with no eyebrows, they got no eyebrows, no facial hair, no hair period. Probably not even, I don't even know if they got a dick, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to know that part about, does he have a brain? Is he any human? Is he human like me? Like, cause I got a brain, I got lungs and heart and all that. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker didn't have no brain, dog. It was pure gooey shit with red vessels and it looked like arteries. Like red vessels and arteries inside, but no fucking muscle, brain. There's no brain. And I was like, what the fuck? I just killed a fucking alien, not an alien, but I just killed a real vampire, dog. I took his head off, just fucking dissected it. That nigga was a real vampire. And I said, I need to get out of here. So I walked out, right? And I left the hotel room. And then I transported into I poured it into another download in this dream. And this dream felt like it was by Ray High School. These were indoor apartments where you walk in the front door of the 2-story brick building, and then you got a staircase. You got apartments on the left and right, and then you got a staircase, and there's another apartment on the left, another apartment on the right. So if you walk out the front door of your apartment, you're still indoors. You got to walk out the front door of the porch to come outside, hop in your car on the street or in the driveway, right? And it looked just like the apartments, and it felt just like the same vibe. It was an old apartment, and it looked just like the ones that I went to a few times back in the day. Like my aunt used to live, Monica, she used to live in that area. I met this one chick over there, weird chick. I said, I need to go. I don't like the vibe here. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm getting set up and shit, man. I was like, nah, you go. So I left. She kept asking me for shit and asking me for shit and asking me for shit. And I was like, nah, I need to go. This shit ain't. And I was like, you got a boyfriend, right? She's like, yeah. And I was like, nah, I need to go. They trying to get in trouble here and shit. You have your dude fucking come up and say, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, I need to go. That was it. But it looked just like those apartments by Ray High School, the back of Ray High School, by the football field and shit. Wow. And then there's another download. Man. Oh, fuck. There's another one I'm trying to fucking remember, but I can't right now. And I woke up too fast. I hate waking up too fast, because if I do, I gotta fight to remember what God showed me. But I want to say these were the important topics of the downloads that I had, the most important that I had to like share with you, because I know they let that vampire out of fucking jail. And Mark Gonzalez, bro, he's evil. The chief of police, the one that does the hiring, the bald head dude with a pretty wife, short bald head dude. He's a Freemason. He's a crooked individual, bro. Bad, 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 bad. He's just like Sergio, dog. Bad. They deep. They are deep, bro. Deep in this human trafficking shit. Deep in killing people, dog. Deep in everything you can fucking think of. And then Sergio is deep in the hospital shit. The mental hospital shit, dog. Did you know he's the one that planned the bombings in the hospital? That, like, you know, when shit pops off, you know, the poisons, how to kill people in the mental hospitals. Sergio planned all of that shit. That's how deep Sergio's in that shit, dog. I swear to God, Sergio is involved in all that corruption, dog. And Rico shit, you know, human trafficking, fucking slavery, fucking energy siphon, fucking mind control, MK Ultra shit. That motherfucker is deep in that shit. Bro, I read books in that fucking, I didn't read them, but I read a few pages about how the cults and the covens are planning to, you know, kill people. How, not planning, but how to, and how they're doing it, and not just how to, but how they're doing it, and how the author of that book was like, I'm risking my life, you know, telling you this information. The author of the books, and I actually got 2 of those books. Dude, I had like 6 or 7, maybe 5. When I was in there, I took them to my room, and I said, no, because if those demons keep reading it, they keep getting, you know, I could get king like this. So I had to take their spiritual, you know, remembrance, their spiritual swords. Like we got, you know, the word of God is like, you know, like a double-edged sword. Well, their words and their curses are also like a weapon as well. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take their Bibles. It's basically like taking their Bibles away. You know what I'm saying? Their magic, their curses, their death. And so I put them in my room. And when I finally left, I couldn't carry all them books. So I just brought like 2 of them with me that I thought that I could read one day. You know what I'm saying? And see how fucking demonic these hospitals really are. So I could prove to you. And these books, they're probably not out there in the open. They just keep them in there. So the demons that they buy off to hunt the innocent in there, hey, just keep reading the books, and this is how you get them, dude. This is how you get them. We'll put the evil eye, you know, artwork around. Yeah, we have a couple Christian things just to make them feel like they're safe. But once they go to bed and once that sun goes down, that's when all things happen. That they let you feel comfortable at first, and then as soon as they see you getting comfortable, get them. Get them. And they don't stop, bro. They do not stop. They do not stop. Anyways, so I got 2 of them books here, and I still haven't read them. But one day I'm gonna show you them books. I'm gonna be like, look, bro, all this shit in that book is what they did to me and all my innocent people in this city, and not just probably all over this world. They probably did it in all the mental hospitals. But this is how they get shit done. Not just get this, but this is how they not organize or get shit done. This is how they operate. This is how they operate. And I was like, fuck, I gotta take these books. But I was only allowed to take 2 at that time. I wanted to take them. I took my artwork, my clothes, my shoes back. You know, I didn't want to leave my stuff there and then the demons curse it and use that against me. So I brought everything back, especially my paperwork, you know. But yeah, man, and I was like, God damn. Dude, they got bombs in the hospital. Every room I went into, there's a bomb in the bed. A big ass bomb. Just bubbling. And every time I'll get more power and more powerful and more powerful, the higher ups, the CIA and everybody that's demonic, that are demonic. Not everybody. The ones that are demonic, working behind, the shadows, in the dark, underground and shit. They're like, ooh, he's getting mad. His blood pressure's going up because they got chip in me, dog. Somewhere there's a chip in me somewhere. I know there is. Because my heart rate will go up when I get angry. And then that's when the fucking whole building will start to fucking bubble up and shit. And that's when the nurses and doctors are like, he's fucking up again. He's fucking up again. Because they're like, he wants to fucking rise, right? He wants to rise, okay. But if you do, we're going to blow all this shit up. Everything, this whole city's gonna fucking burn. And I was like, fuck, but I still don't have all the intel. Well, that second time I went, this last time, I started catching on and releasing, catching on, and they kept kidding me, poisoning, and I kept catching on, and I finally got in alignment. I said, now I know your whole entire plan, motherfucker. So I act dumb after that. I act stupid. I did what I had to do. After that, it was game over. I was like, I'm good. I got all the info on the ass. And because I got it all, they knew it, dog. They knew it. They're like, fuck, bro. Fuck, he flipped on us. Damn, we're gonna have to let him go now. Damn, look, he ain't even worried no more. He's at peace. Why? Because I got all my answers. I already knew what you're going to do as soon as I got out the hospital. I already knew you're going to attack me again. And then once I got comfortable, you're going to send all the hit squad. And you did. Then you microwaved my ass, poisoned my ass, and then you stalked my ass. Brought city workers to fucking trucks and out-of-town workers and shit from Houston. All over Texas to come and fucking pull up in front of my house with emergency lights on and fucking lights on in the middle of the night, middle of the day for fucking hours in the inn and shit. Gang members and fucking gang stalkers and anyways, they did way fucking more than that, dog. To the point where I was like, I don't even want to look out the window no more. Who cares, right? Who fucking cares? I already know your plan. You're gonna try to tell the whole. If I would have kept doing what, basically they're like, yeah, we stole your money, dog. And it was trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And we love that money. And we will kill anybody for that money, especially you. But fuck, you just don't die. And then I get out and I'm winning court cases and I'm getting protected and I'm winning. And people are starting to see that I'm saying the truth. And they're like, what do we do? What do we do, John? You're Lucifer, John. What do we do? John's like, stick to the plan. Continue to lie and continue to say stories. Fake stories. Lie and continue to say fake stories. Stick to our agenda. And hopefully they will still think that we are innocent and not him. Because if they see he's the innocent one, we're all fucking screwed. If they see that we stole from him, I'm bringing all y'all motherfuckers down. Because y'all didn't do your job right. So John's basically telling all his cults and covens, the Lucifer, y'all fucked up. Because y'all fucked up, I have all these signatures that you fucking did against him. And when I go to court, I'm gonna fucking unleash everything on y'all. So now that I got Satan, Lucifer, and everybody underneath him, judges, lawyers, mayors, all, worldwide, because this dude's connected worldwide, overseas, bankers, and everything. This dude has paperwork. I'm talking about, this fool probably has a building of paperwork somewhere in this world, maybe in this city, documents and paper. He probably has more than that, but he has paperwork, receipts on everybody that teamed up with him, You know what I'm saying? And Satan, bro, he's a coward. He's like, if I go down, I'm gonna take everybody down. I don't care if you're a soldier soul. You belong to me already anyways. I used you as my bitch. I paid you with Happy Meals and look at all this. And then you screwed me. And you know, I told you. But because I don't die and I didn't die in time. And, you know, and everybody's like, damn, King. Yeah, they fucking really did a number on you. No, you don't. You think you did. But you think they did a number on me? Bitch, that's an understatement. You think they did the most on me? That's still understatement. They overkilled me, dog. They overdid it. They fucking... And that's even... I don't even know how to explain it no more, people. These people just don't fucking give up, bro. A lot of them are starting to realize, man, we can't really do much no more, dog. So Satan's like, fuck, I'm losing my grasp. And now that I have control over Texas, bro, which shout out to Abby, bro, you're gunning down Trump, and I'm like, fuck. I woke up this morning, I said, andale, way. This might make you a fucking goddamn president after all. I don't care what JD Vance or Elon even thinks, nigga. You'll jump straight in that White House and take, you know, take after what, you know, not take over, but I'm going to take over. But you're going to be under my wing, you know, and Ted Cruz under my wing. Everybody that was loyal to you, if they were loyal to you and you're loyal to me, then I know I could put them under my wing as well. If Ted Cruz is loyal to you and loyal to me, I'm going to keep him under my wing too. And I'll just make you a president and Ted Cruz a vice president. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, Texas made... When I was in prison, I said, look, I'm going to have to make a fucking gang, and this gang's going to have to be super organized. And I'm talking about organized with the government. We got to move with the government so they don't see us as a threat. They don't see us as out of control or a terrorist. This has to be the same spirit I carry. You cannot be out of line. We got to work together. This is a Texas main thing, because when we make America develop equally, we're going to eventually make them move across the earth. And I was starting to tell, you know, people that I thought I could trust in the jail, you know, what Texas Main stands for and my visions and shit. That's when they really put a hit out on me, dog. They're like, this, you know, I was like, but if Texas in Hebrew means fella, you know what I'm saying? Friend, you know, not foe, friend, ally. Look it up. Texas means friend or ally in Hebrew. And I was like, and then you got Corpus Christi, the body of Christ. And then you got Israel, the promised land that God says don't curse. Then you got me, the anointed chosen one, you know what I'm saying, that rose from Corpus. And then I'm from Europe and Spain, you know what I'm saying, where everything came from. If we combine forces, you know what I'm saying, stick together, Europe, Texas, Europe, Texas, Texas, Europe, Israel, Europe, Texas, Israel, Europe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Israel, Texas, Europe, you know. And we just keep, you know, right now, I'm talking about today, which we're doing already. And then spread out like cancer. You know what I'm saying? And then we see America, we're forcing America to develop equally now, right? Texas is making America, we're making them do it. Making America develop equally like us. Because California's all fucked off. Look at the governor, he's a piece of shit, and the mayor. Florida, he needs help. I don't think the governor there is fucked off. I don't think so. I don't know him like that. But I got a good vibe. I think I could chill with the nigga and talk to him. I don't got a bad vibe like I do Trump. Or JD Vance or Pete with that other dude underneath him. I got a bad vibe in Georgia because when I was incarcerated in the mental hospital, this dude that said he was Satan too, but he wasn't. He was just fucking mocking him. He was just acting. He said, wait till you find out what's in Georgia. And I was telling him Chicago's pretty bad in New York, he says. Not as bad as Georgia. And I said, what do you mean? He said, you'll find out. And right away I said, oh shit, red flag. Now I'm like, that felt like Russia threatening Poland. So when I fucking heard that Russia's planning, Poland fucking got fucking steroid up, they're like, no. Ooh, I told them, I said, hey, there's this prophet that said they're gonna try to do something, and I kind of get it. Nah, this ain't gonna go down like that. They ain't gonna fuck. No. So now Poland ain't even scared of Russia. They flexing on Russia like, bitch. And now that I'm rising, I'm like, and I'm taking all the heat. I'm taking all the heat off of Ukraine right now, right? So Ukraine could breathe a little bit. So that side of the earth could breathe a little bit, because I got all the power. I'm walking in my full power, but I don't have all my supernatural gifts yet. Like, I'm like at a 60, 50, 55. But I'm walking with all my authority. My authority, I got 100%. I'm walking in my full authority right now. But my supernatural powers, like the gifts that, like one day flying and walking on water, splitting the water, cruising on a shark and shit, breathing underwater. I'm going to do a lot of things, bro. A lot more than that. Shit that you're going to say, this dude was never fucking human. And I'm going to be like, I was, I still am, but not all human. I come from heaven. I'm not of this world. I come from heaven, bro. I really come from heaven. Just like Jesus did. God sent Jesus, bro, in a virgin. He was born of a virgin. How can a virgin get pregnant? Answer that. He was special, dude. Just like me. I don't die. I keep rising. I'm special. I keep exposing and rising. I'm special. I keep healing people and bringing people. I was already telling myself, God, if I start bringing people back from the dead, no wonder I can't do it right now. No wonder I'm not doing it right now, because if I do, they'll just end up dead again by the killers that killed them. And a lot of them that end up dead are people that are really close to them, like family members. 75% of the deaths of my angels that got killed were plotted against either co-workers or family members or neighbors throughout the fucking city, or like the block or something, being gangsta. I know this shit. I'm too deep in this shit, dog. I know too fucking much. I still can't even expose all of it, because they'll be like, damn, he knows everything. He knows everything. And then y'all are going to be like, oh shit, how we, damn, he kind of over. That's why I got to, step by step, bro. Step by step. So my honey boo boo out there on YouTube that I connect energy wise, I know you want me to be bold, babe, courageous. You got this. I'm like, I know. But there's levels to this shit. Even Jesus and Moses. Not Jesus. Jesus and Moses. Moses, like, he went to Pharaoh and told Pharaoh, look, I'm warning you. 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 And he kept warning them and shit will pop off. Warning them and shit will pop off. And warning plagues and plagues and plagues. You know what I'm saying? The beast will die. The river turn bloody. Crocodiles, the lotus, the fucking diseases and bumps. Sicknesses and the frogs. And to the point where he was like, God damn, man. Now I really gotta let all the Hebrews go. And then even at that, he still got fucking angry and went at the Hebrews. So what did God do? Moses cried out, said, look, you promised me you're going to send us to the promised land. God doesn't lie. He was like, just because you're at the ocean and it's full of water, you think that's a problem to me? Just put your stick down. Boom, put the Red Sea. Everybody went. And then boom, close it and everybody drowned. that was his enemy following him right behind him after that. Shut the motherfucking lines up. And the little rest of the motherfucking pharaohs went crying back. You see, but when Moses left his group, his tribe, to go and seek God, what did the tribe do? They went back to fucking false gods. That's why I gotta stay here. That's why God kept. He won't let me die, bro. I'm here forever until the rapture. I might be here for another 500 years, and people will be like, 500 years? This world ain't gonna be no. Bitch, how do you know? You don't know my plans. You don't know my plans with God. I'm the source here on earth. He's the source in heaven. You know what I'm saying? When I say goes, if I tell him, God, give me another extra 100 years, man, he'll give me maybe another 100, maybe another 150. But he won't tell me the exact day that he's gonna come back. He will never tell me the exact day, minute, hour, none of that. That I have no authority over. I may feel it in the spirit. I may say, damn, I'm feeling like I'm going home soon, real soon. I feel it. I better start getting ready, you know. Keep Jesus in my heart, man. I want to feel Jesus in my heart. When that day comes and I see him in the clouds, I just want to feel Jesus in my heart, man. See him and feel him in my heart. Because when that day comes, I know I'm going after the dead rise. You know, me and my family, my loved ones. Pobrecita, my daughter, bro, I'm going to have to leave her behind, bro. I told her and warned her, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. She didn't care. She didn't, okay. You know what she told me when I was incarcerated at the mental hospital last time? She said, I fucking can't stand you. You're nothing but a loser. You're a fucking loser as a dad. And you're a fucking bum. You don't even work. You don't even do shit. And I was like, bitch, I'm royalty. And I was all, bitch, I can't work. Everywhere I go, they fire me. Everybody's bought off in this city. Everybody. Even when I go to college, they bought off the constructors, the welding, and then replaced me with Mohawks, and all the Mohawks were left. It was so fucked up my whole life, bro. And I was all, bitch, just because you made a deal with the devil and you think you're above me like the devil does, you think you could get away with talking to me like this? Bet. Well, she got incarcerated. And then I saw her in spirit through another girl in the mental hospital. And I saw her and I said, that's Michaela. She got locked up. Andale. They got locked her ass up for what she did. And I saw her acting a fool with the demons in there. And I saw her. She saw me overcoming China at that time. And changing the laws in China. And she sat down and she looks at me and she was just like, she almost gave in. But she went like this. She went like, nah, I can't go back to him. She saw the light. She saw my calling, my real calling, my real authority and power. You know what I'm saying? Over her and Satan, and it almost made her come to this side, my side. You know, the right side. And she was like, nah, I can't. I enjoy this life too much, you know. I like being a whore. I like being a fucking witch, you know. I like doing magic, and I like being a fucking roach. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that, Dad. But I do know that. I see that. I know how she was acting in there. And then I saw the spirit of Xavier in there, and he looked like a young badass pastor in the making, about to be in the future one day. You know, one day he'll become one. And y'all are like, how does he know all this shit? I know everything, dog. I peep codes. I peep spirits. I study spirits. I test spirits. You know, I even control spirits. I even control spirits and animals, bro. What makes you think I can't control human spirits? If you knew how connected I was with the spirit realm, everybody says I'm a spiritual fucking master, dog. You know, I'm a 33rd degree Mason. Ain't nobody above me, dog. Bitch, please. Please. If I could take down the Illuminati, which is above you, why are you still acting like you a God? Not even I act like God or Jesus. But bitch, I'm way more powerful than any human being and Satan combined on earth. God gave me that power. He gave me that anointing, that calling, that prophecy, that blessing, that his word, his promise, that nobody will ever rule me. I will rule everybody on earth. Not like a tyrant, but I will be the ruler of all nations, of the whole world, of all of earth. That means animals, beasts, reptiles, insects, humans, intel, computers. I could rule all that, dog, with just my mind. If I want a cell phone to get hacked, it gets hacked. If I want a computer to get hacked, it gets hacked. If I want power grids to shut down to show y'all motherfuckers a lesson, I'll shut it down. Bro, if I want planes to crash with my mind, I got that fucking gift from Matilda times a quadrillion. Matilda would just float and move an object here, you know. Number dude, I could make a missile shoot a nuke and come back and boom, knock them asses out. I could make fucking waves, take out fucking Russian ships, which you'll see what happens. You'll see about little. Okay, but in China and eating, oh. What y'all waiting for, by the way? Y'all making me... All y'all do is get me tired, man. All y'all do is get me tired. I want to see y'all combine forces and come all at once. What you waiting for? Russia? Putin? You know, China President Putin and China President India? What you waiting for? I still gotta get shit to gyps and fuck my goats, man. I gotta fuck 2 more goats and I got 2 more jets I need waiting from North Korea. And then I'll go, you motherfucker. Okay. How long will that take? I don't know. Maybe tonight. Okay. Okay. We'll go fuck your 2 goats and wait on them jets. Ah, damn, bro. And then I got all these fucking downloads, bro. And then I saw a lot of people, gangster motherfuckers too, evil, like they're like demonic, evil motherfuckers show up to my house over there on Logan, knocking on the door. And this download that I got, another one earlier today, and I looked out the window and I saw like maybe 12 niggas. Maybe out of that 12 there was like 4 females, and they look like they're all demonic, bro. You could tell they're demons, dog. They were demons, bro. They had that eye, like, not that fucking and they had that serious look, like they wanted to have a serious talk with me. And I was like, why? Because you really see they're scared now. They had that look like they were scared and petrified, but also angry at the same time. Feels a 50-50 energy. I saw it in them, the spirit in them. They were 50-50 terrified and scared. And then the other 50, they were just mad because I was actually rising. And the other 50, they were terrified and scared because they knew they ass is grass. You know what I'm saying? And then I wake up and I was laughing. So don't be surprised if you see a fucking mob show up to the house over there, feds, knocking on that door. And it was the front door they knocked on. And they were like all in the front yard. Some on the front porch, like maybe 2. And then the rest were in the sidewalk and then the edge of the grass. Some of them were Mexican, some of them... One of them was all black, like a black long sleeve shirt, black pants, black belt, black boots. like a silky material. Yeah. Anyways, let's party already, man. Hey, I'm talking about Greg Abbott, bro, and Ted Cruz. I don't know too much about Ted Cruz right now. I think he's coming around. You know what I'm saying? He's seen Ted Cruz. I mean, he's seen Greg Abbott. You know, all out of control with his authority right now. And Ted Cruz like, damn, I thought I was gonna be balling out of control with Elon. Now I'm seeing, you know, fucking Greg Abbott fucking take out Elon out of Texas like he was trash because of King Richard. If I combine forces with King Richard and I have power, if I could get power like Greg Abbott and bark at the fucking president of the United States and threaten to lock him up, please, King Richard, I'm on your team, dog. Well, good, people, good. Because this is how we gonna win this motherfucking New World Order, dog. This is how we gonna win. I can't do it alone. If I do, then I'm gonna have to kill you all. Because you ain't waking up. You ain't doing your part. You ain't doing God's... God just didn't bring you on earth just to sit and not do nothing. He brought you on earth to be a warrior también. To be my soldier. To be my warrior. And obey your king and not a president, a wicked president of the forefathers that was corrupt already to begin with. God damn. And then I go downtown and they take my flags off. Because I'll post videos of my palace crown, and then because I'm the foundation holding up the United States, and then they take both flags down. I bet you it was a city mayor. I bet you it was Eric Antu, because he made a fucking dumbass gay face on TV earlier today. He gave me that look on TV like, yeah, bitch, we got you. I was like, okay. Oh. You gonna go down like harder than a towel, bro. Hard. And then Thomas J. Henry loses his case. That's funny, bro. That is too